Hi there, I'm Princess McElwain, a poet, artist, and designer. I'm definitely a daydreamer and I'm always coming up with new ideas. My favorite place to be is in my art studio. Here's a little peek at my creative chaos: paint everywhere, projects in progress, and lots of imagination. I'm definitely a messy artist who likes to just go with the flow. Most days, you'll find me covered in paint, sketching, working on the computer, Zooming with clients, and listening to music. I make time for art every day. My motto: practice makes progress. Whether it's painting, digital art, or client design work, art is where I find my peace. I'm a laid back, goofy, and positive person. What many people don't know is that I've faced a lot of loss and challenges early in life, but I've learned to keep moving forward, honoring the people and moments that shaped me. This is my mom, a talented writer and artist. I miss her every day. And this is my dad. He passed away in a car accident when I was 6 months old. I don't have many photos, but people say he was a hardworking, funny mechanic who looks a lot like my brother. Growing up, I moved often, never staying anywhere more than a few years. I spent time in several women's and homeless shelters along the way. I attended so many different schools that it's hard to remember them all. Eventually, I went to 3 different high schools before studying fine arts with an emphasis in illustration at GVSU, though I wasn't able to finish at that time. Over the years, I've learned to channel my grief into growth, maybe a little too well. My friends call me an overachiever. I've completed several Google courses, been on the radio, and even appeared on the news for community events. Here's a clip of me on Fox 17 News.
Good morning, Joel. Good morning, Princess.
Good morning, Todd.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Not just your first rodeo here, Princess. What, the 3rd time now?
Yes, this is our 3rd year doing it. It's a great community event and it's free to attend.
Yeah,
A variety of things going on. So we'll have a face painter, we have several performers, we have Rhythm Master Cloggers, North Point Church Band.
And here's a clip of me on Wood TV8
So
for
today
Art Prize.
we're here on Monroe Center with all of these awesome cars that are being worked on for a really great cause. Now we're down to the top 6. So talk us through how this all works.
So yeah, we have an open call in the spring, and we came up with 6 amazing artists that are on display right now, working very, very hard to complete their job.
Yeah, I absolutely love this. It is such a unique way for people who are coming down to see Art Prize to see all of these artists working on these vehicles. These are all Honda vehicles, and it's really cool to see. Tell us a little bit about what people can expect when they come down and they see these artists.
Well, you see a committed artist, that's for sure. Today it's a little bit warm. They're out here, and they are, obviously doing a different project on each car. So
Here's my family, my biggest supporters, my boyfriend Mark, and my 2 kids, Deja and Giovanni. I've created hundreds of pieces: logos, websites, paintings, book illustrations, poetry, sculptures, and more. I'm always learning and love a new challenge. I'm also a self-taught photographer, currently taking photography classes at Indiana Tech. I love shooting nature, flowers, animals, landscapes, and old barns are really my favorite. My work has been exhibited many times, including at the South Bend Museum of Art. Writing poetry and podcasting are other passions of mine. In my Spotify podcast, 1000 Words, I talk about the stories and emotions behind my art. Sometimes I get so lost in painting that I hold my brush in my mouth, and yes, I've accidentally dipped it in my coffee before. Pro tip: don't keep your coffee anywhere near your paint. Currently pursuing my bachelor's in communication with a focus on graphic design at Indiana Tech. Go Warriors! After graduation, I plan to continue with my master's degree. In my free time, I love to travel. I've visited Colorado, New York, Puerto Rico, the Cayman Islands, Jamaica, and more. Africa is next on my list. My friends call me a hippie. Maybe they're right. I love nature and animals. You can find me stalking all sorts of animals to capture a pic or video for future inspiration. I have 3 cats, Kit Kit, Java, and Nyla. It's no secret that I'm slightly obsessed with hats. In my downtime, you can find me outside hiking or hanging out with my family, soaking up the sunshine. I'm actually a huge bookworm, but don't tell anyone. Pretty soon, my books are going to need their own room. But above all else, the most important lesson I've learned is this: believe in yourself and never stop doing what you love.